Vishwanathan and Justice Prasanna Varad, Honorable Justice B.N. Agarwal, the Honorable Attorney General for India, Sri R. Venkatramani, the President of the SCBA, Sri Vikas Singh, the Vice President Paul Kaushik, Secretary Pranaya Bagel, the eminent speakers who were with us online, Sri Parasuran and Justice Venkat Chalaya, Sri Gopal Subramaniam, Sri Raja Thakre, the Additional Solicitor General, the members of the Executive Committee of the SCBA, Sri Prashant Bhushan and Sri Jayan Bhushan, who carry forward the legacy of their illustrious father, and friends. A very good evening to all distinguished guests, esteemed members of the bar, and friends gathered here. It's an honor and privilege to unveil today the portraits of two towering personalities of our legal profession, late Sri Narayan Sinha and late Sri Shanti Bhushan. During the early years of my practice, I often heard their names spoken with great admiration and then read their submissions with deep respect. Their extraordinary talent, discipline, and dedication to the law were a source of inspiration. All of us who have followed the journey would agree that they set a standard of excellence that continues to guide generations of lawyers. Sri Narayan Sinha and Sri Shanti Bhushan were not only lawyers of exceptional brilliance, but also citizens whose pledge to the Constitution of India defined their very lives. Their careers embodied the highest ideals of professional excellence, moral courage, and public service. They stand as reminders that the true measure of a lawyer lies not merely in a legal skill, but in the defense of a justice, the preservation of constitutional values, and the protection of democracy, even in the most testing of times. Sri Narayan Sinha was an eminent jurist and a respected luminary of the legal profession. He served with distinction as the Solicitor General of India and later as the Attorney General of India. Throughout his distinguished career, he represented the Government of India in numerous landmark cases before the Supreme Court, earning widespread repute and acclaim for his mastery of constitutional and administrative law. His advocacy in landmark constitutional cases such as Golaknath and Keshwanand Bharati helped shape the very soul of our Constitution. His foresight and preparation were legendary. He anticipated the constitutional debates that would define the basic structure doctrine, a doctrine that today stands as a bedrock of our constitutional democracy. Sri Sinha's legal career reflected both brilliance as well as conviction towards right-oriented advocacy. In Usarara Khatun, his principal arguments gave new meaning to Article 21 by affirming the right to a speedy trial as a fundamental right. In him, intellect and empathy made seamlessly. He could defend the sovereignty of the state and yet stand as a voice for the most vulnerable. After his distinguished tenure as Attorney General from India, he once again turned his attention to institution building, serving again as the President of the Bar Association of India from 1983 to 85. His career is full of such instances that reflect his commitment to nurturing and fortifying the institutions that uphold the rule of law. Though I did not have an occasion to personally meet him, I was just informed by President Sri Vikas Singh about his persuasive skill. In the celebrated case of Tulsiram Patel versus the Union of India, I was told that the Constitution bench was against the Government of India. However, he had not argued the main matter. The matter was kept for certain clarifications, and then he took over the matter and he could convince 4 of the 5 judges to agree in support of his proposition, and there was only one dissenting judgment. Sri Narayan Sinha was also a mentor and critic to generations of lawyers, exemplifying how the practice of law can be a noble instrument of public service, always guided by principles and animated by the pursuit of greater good over personal gain. Late Sri Shanti Bhushan was a distinguished statesman of the bar, a lawyer whose courage, vision, and integrity shaped the course of modern Indian jurisprudence and strengthened the foundation of our democracy. As a Law Minister of India from 1977 to 1979, he played a crucial role in restoring democratic values after the emergency and later institutionalized the movement for public interest litigation by co-founding the Center for Public Interest Litigation. Throughout his distinguished career, he appeared in numerous high-profile and challenging cases encompassing constitutional law, administrative law, elections, and matters central to freedom, dignity, and the public interest. Each of these cases are witnessed to his fearless pursuit of justice, enduring dedication to the Constitution, and deep expertise in public and constitutional law. His work exemplified the highest ideals of the legal profession. His fearless advocacy reached its zenith during the historic contest of Indira Gandhi Nehru versus Raj Narayan. Standing against the might of executive power, he argued that Parliament's founding power could not destroy the basic structure of the Constitution. Preserving forward the principles of judicial review and free and fair elections at the heart of our republic. His contribution, therefore, in developing the doctrine of basic structure is remarkable. Every cause he exposed bore testimony to his faith in constitutionalism and his belief that the practice of law is a responsibility to uphold the values on which our democracy rests. His life demonstrated that law, at its finest, is a moral endeavor in service of justice and liberty. As a junior lawyer, I had an occasion to witness the brilliant arguments advanced by Shanti Bhushan when I was junior lawyer at Mumbai. I was always impressed with his brilliant argument and persuasive skills. As a judge of this court, I had an occasion to hear him during COVID online and in an unpleasant case. The presence of their portraits within the Supreme Court serves as a living testament to the highest ideals of our profession. They are mirrors of our constitutional conscience. They remind us that the rule of law depends on the vigilance and moral courage of those who uphold it. For generations to come, these portraits will inspire all who enter these halls, young lawyers, judges, and citizens alike, to uphold the Constitution, defend the rights of the people, and remain unshakable in moments of crisis. These portraits are reminders that true distinction is earned through a lifetime devoted to justice, ethics, and the fearless pursuit of truth. The values embodied by Sri Lal Narayan Sinha and Sri Shanti Bhushan will continue to show the path for those who follow. As we unveil those portraits today, let us recommit ourselves to upholding their legacy, embodying their dedication, courage, and the integrity they so fearlessly exemplified. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Sri Vikas Singh, the President of the Bar Association, in thoughtfully arranging this unveiling on the 100th birthday of the Shanti Bhushan ji. As a matter of fact, about a month back, when I had met Jayant at one of the functions, he had invited me to the lecture in memory of Shanti Bhushan to be delivered by Mr. Ravindran Raymond on 19th. So I had expressed my amenability because those days would be somewhat busier days for me. But he had asked me whether I would come over in a lunch recess and unveil the portrait of Shanti Bhushan. And I had immediately said yes to him. Thereafter I was waiting when do I receive an invite. Coincidentally, only 3 or 4 days back, Mr. Vikas Singh rang me, and I'm really grateful to the President of the Bar Association, SCBA, the Bar Association, for giving me an opportunity to unveil the portraits of these two legends before I am also grateful to all those, Mr. Jayan Bhushan as well as Mr. Satyanarayan, the Satyanarayan, the grandson, Justice Parth Singh, who have donated these portraits to the association. I am sure that the memory and legacy of these two great legal minds continue to inspire and guide all of us. Thank you.